Hello, Hagen-Renaker Collectors. Today we have a very special piece that was recovered. We didn't know where this ended up. It is a piece from the original Maureen Love estate that was sold back in 2005. And this piece was one of the waste mold castings that she had planned to glaze for her own enjoyment in her own collection, but never got around to. And he suffered a leg break at one point. I'm going to use a knife from the original Hagen-Renaker San Dimas factory. This piece has been missing or unknown of its whereabouts for quite a few years, and recently a friend was selling her friend's estate, and there was this unusually sharp bisque in the collection. I immediately recognized it by its leg break damage. It came from Margaret Olson's estate. She was a ceramist and a dedicated collector, not just horses, but Dalmatian dogs and all the types of pottery decoration were very interesting to her. This piece's leg was broken off during Maureen's lifetime, and she had mended it herself. Here's the little broken leg. And Margaret had refired him in her own kiln, perhaps with the intent of glazing him, but he's special. He appears to be a waste casting, which means he might have come from one of Maureen's personal molds, or at least have been a waste casting at the factory. The pour hole definitely looks like factory. Maureen had a very specific way of putting an X-Acto blade air hole instead of leaving the opening. And the crispness of this model can probably be seen if I tilt him in the light. There are actually tool marks all over his face. So he is very close to the original wax. When Margaret refired him, many of the fly specks that had been accumulated in Maureen's home and on the shelf have burned off. Only some of the carbon staining remains inside the nostril, inside the eye, corner of the ear, and then the mend broke off of the leg. I do not intend to glaze this. I intend to keep this as an original historic piece that's been rediscovered. Don't give up hope, collectors, because the strangest pathways lead to finding these items. And he will be displayed in the Ceramic Animal Museum at Hagen-Renaker, Tennessee, for what he is, a little piece of history that's been recovered. If you pay attention, you just might find a treasure out there too. Thank you to Joni Berkowitz for helping find and recover this lost treasure. Happy collecting!